Welcome to Booze and Ballin' Fantasy Football Shaken Not Stirred, and fuck you power outages for ruining Thursday night football for Eastern Pennsylvania.
Shout out Lyman.
Shout
out
out,
the guys who block for you.
Working all night, staying wet like we like them, getting everything fixed. It took forever. Did you lose power?
No.
We lost it. I was on my way home from work Thursday. All I could do was talk all day about, I can't wait to watch football tonight. I'm about 20 minutes from home. I get a little blip on my phone. Security system went to cellular. I'm like, this is weird. Check the cameras. No fucking power. I'm like, we got football in 3 hours. I got no fucking power. Oh God, she's horrible. Like, we couldn't. So then we get home. My phone's all but dead.
She's not horrible. Come on.
No, she's not horrible, but she needs entertained. She's got my energy level.
Oh,
so
dude, you're in trouble then. She's got your energy level.
We get home and I didn't plan it. My phone's almost dead. Kendra's phone's almost dead. Oh, we'll use our laptops to charge it. She picks hers up. Dead. I pick mine up. 10%. I'm like, oh, good God. We pull out the Thea's iPad, and for some reason it was like glitching and wouldn't let us play anything. So we literally just sat there and like just crawl around on the floor with her. And then I asked her permission to go to the bar to watch football, and she like gave me one of those.
Oh, that's right. 'Cause it was first night of football.
First night of football. like Mother Nature is like Mother Nature.
That's a squeaky
real.
share of life, by the way. Sorry.
That's fine now. It's allowed to. Mother Nature. God, she's a naggy bitch when she wants to be. Oh God.
What a blessing though that she let you go. Like, you actually got to watch that Chiefs game, right?
I did. I shit you not. I walked out the door. Yeah, and I saw Travis Kelce needs to really work on the mustache with the shaved head. Because I swear to God, every playground in the area put up a fucking picture of him after that game.
No, it can't be within 500 feet.
No, I walked out the door.
Speaking
and, I was on the front porch. I went back in. I'm like, honey, are you sure?
All right, but speaking of that Chiefs game, before we get into that, we need to talk about what we're drinking tonight. So,
Good idea.
Why don't you start leading us off with what's your home?
Yeah, what we're doing, our go-tos. Would you call them? What's a
good word for it? We didn't even think about that. We just kind of were like, we're going to go with our go-to beer or our
Old Faithful, our Old Faithful drinks.
Our Old Faithful, yeah, that's cliche enough. Let's go with that.
Yeah, this is our first remote. We're giving it a shot, so we figured we'd get comfortable. So one of my go-to. So since we're booze and we're booze and balling, think we should rate these from here on out?
That's actually not a bad idea. You mean like the Dave Portnoy thing? Like give it a star rating or something?
Yeah, like out of
or
something.
If we went, since we're doing football, why don't we do like every 100-yard scale? So instead of doing 8.9, you could do 89 yards.
I like it, no points. So if you like it, it's
it's just
so we're rating it out of that. Well, I won't rate it yet, but this is one of my go-tos here.
What is that?
Basil Hayden. I love everything Basil Hayden. Red wine, cask strength, or cask finish, Basil Hayden. One of my go-tos. As you can see, I wanted to have two drinks.
Have to try that the next time I'm over there.
I'll save you
two bottles already. Why do you have two bottles open?
Well, I think you said you were having
Don't
two
you usually
beers.
Finish?
So.
Right, but both of my beers haven't been opened yet. Like
I bought one of these at the beach last weekend.
Gone.
I bought one at the beach last weekend, and I didn't quite finish it. Because after the episode we did, I got an afternoon hangover. Around 3 o'clock, I felt like a fucking truck hit me.
That's awesome.
So what's your Old Faithful?
Well, when I'm just sitting at home, like we're doing, because found a little sickness here myself. A little Guinness.
Sound.
It is a good sound.
Did that thing just whistle at us?
Yeah, you got a little. It's the oh shit. It's got the nitrous in it.
Are you gonna
CO2? Ooh.
Are you gonna fucking up the electronics?
Meniscus.
Is that full can?
Challenge.
Did you pour it perfect?
Yeah, it's
Well
that's what Guinness does best. Okay, they want you to pour it into a glass. Just like
I'm not a Guinness.
Let it
I'm not a
settle.
Guinness guy.
I should have went through the whole pour. Next time, one of these times, I'll go through the pour.
No, you can see. I can see your cup.
My second beer, I'll go through the pour.
There you go. Well, cheers, brother.
Cheers. I can't pick mine up yet. It'll go all over the place.
All right, so let's get into some football. Mother Nature tried to stop it.
Yeah, that's true.
She tried to stop it. Thursday night football.
You made it though.
I Went for the first half, and then I watched the rest on my phone.
Oh man, I was so eager to put money on the Lions, and I just was too chicken shit to do it. I had a feeling that game was going exactly the way it went, especially once Kelsey was ruled out. I just figured they had it in them, and the hype was real, and they showed up.
I told you, I do like that offense, but I did not think 21 points would win that game. I thought that was going to be more scoring.
Yeah, well, if Kadarius Toney could hang on to the football, there might have been. Might not have been as much for the Lions.
Rest
the Lions
in peace, Kadarius Toney's career.
See, that's just it. I've been a huge Kadarius Toney fan for a long time. I've been on him
just
since
dropped him.
I just dropped him because I wanted. Yeah, I had to because of your stupid roster limits. But
that's right. So his team name is roster limits because he hates my rules.
But yeah, we're back to either Gabe Davis or Kadarius Toney on the roster in a dynasty league, and I just figured injury-wise, I think Gabe Davis has a little bit more in his future, but I'm still a huge Toney fan.
Diggs bounces.
I still think he's got a chance
next year.
Because if you think about it, Toney was coming off an injury. He missed all of camp, so he's rusty. He's rushing back into the game. He probably doesn't even play if Kelsey plays.
Apparently the stick went off his hands.
Right, and he just couldn't focus. The second drop, I see all the highlights of him dropping it. I forget who was crossing right in front of him, but he couldn't even see the football.
No, that one I don't blame him for.
He's like here, ready to catch the ball. All of a sudden, there's a dude in front of him, and the ball just goes blank, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And he goes,
"The pick six was him, and the one where he tried to turn too fast."
That's the problem though, is they came at such bad times where you basically lost the football game for your team.
I know.
Like, instead of a first down, you're giving up 6 points the other way. Like, oops.
I tell you what, I mean, and I regret giving him away because I traded him away 2 weeks ago. But Rajee Rice, oh God, I should not have traded. I traded him away.
No, he looked good. He looked like one of the only wide receivers I would want to own right now on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Justin Ross could still come into his own there on that, but that's a long way out there. He's still got a lot to prove.
Valdez-Scantling looked good though. He looked good.
He was getting open.
But you can tell
Mahomes still doing his thing.
You can tell Mahomes still loves his tight ends though. He went.
Yeah,
he's still going to find
it to them all. Yeah, he just has to have it. He's got to have that guy, you
know. Other than that, I think what was it? It was 14-7.5. I honest to God thought for sure that by halftime it would have been more like 20-21. I don't think either of those defenses are great, and even without Kelsey, I still expected the Lions to score a lot more than they did.
Yeah, I thought both offenses looked rusty.
I started
again. This comes into like, do you play your guys in the preseason kind of thing? Because both of those offenses are probably going to end up at least top 10 offenses, if not higher. And
yeah,
they both looked rusty,
right.
Super rusty. And I know everybody was screaming to give Jahmyr Gibbs the ball.
I started him.
Dude, he's one of my hates this year. I don't doubt the talent. But David Montgomery is going to keep doing what David Montgomery did. Did you see that jump cut in the hole he did? Just whoop, gone right into the end zone, like pretty much untouched.
Montgomery looked good.
He looked solid for them.
I can't say he didn't look good.
He looked like a better
You know what
Jamal
I compare that offense to with those two running backs was Ramondre Stevenson and Damian Harris combo, where I feel like Jahmyr Gibbs is that. Jahmyr Gibbs, you can tell he has
Jahmyr Gibbs has a different gear than Ramondre Stevenson
he does.
has.
Like
the only thing Ramondre Stevenson has is contact balance.
Right. True. But Jahmyr Gibbs can get out and break a tackle, and what he was averaging 4.6 yards after contact, just in his, 6 carries.
Yeah, no. Jahmyr Gibbs, one of the things I wanted to touch on tonight was the fact that I got him wrong big time. I had him on my hate list all over the place, but after watching the guy move on an NFL field, I got that one wrong big time. He's going to be a stud.
You think he earned more touches? Do you think he earned more touches next week?
I think by the end of the year, I don't actually know. I mean, he's still going to get more than 6 touches. I mean, he had 60 yards and 6 touches or something like that, something crazy.
Yeah, he had a good game.
Efficiency-wise, he was through the roof, but they even told us game 1 he wasn't going to get the ball because they're trying to ease him in. But the way he runs, he looks like he's going to get broken in half one of these times.
I know.
He runs so hard, and then all of a sudden I feel like he's just going to pop. Oh, that's a good comparison.
Watching him run, I look at him like LaDainian
Tomlinson. Yeah, we'll see if he actually can live up to that kind of hype. That's a huge.
I mean,
that's a huge
those are
jockstrap to
big
fill there.
shoes to fill. That's like when I
Some
borrow
people
your
tout
underwear,
him as
I
one of the
can't
number
fill
one
it.
running backs ever. What did you just say?
I made a backsided dick joke.
That's awesome.
said that-
We love
I said
dick
that-
jokes on.
I said that's what
Ballin'.
when I borrow your underwear, I can't fill them. No, I think
Especially my
I think it
two
showed
unders.
Montgomery should be the guy in the red zone. He's the pound guy. He's going to get that, but he couldn't get. He wasn't the guy. I didn't see him other than that jump cut. Like he got the yards, but he didn't get enough.
Yeah, but
But-
did you see the pass protection that he gave?
He can. Oh yeah, he's much better.
My
pass blocker.
God, dude, he lit those boys up coming down the backside. Absolutely lit that one guy up.
Dude, how about?
I wish I could
so
say the name instead of one guy. I'm gonna get better at that, church.
I started Gibbs and I started ARSB, and that one
That
play
sucks.
where
That
they
sucks.
had Amon Ra for
Did I
probably
send
like
that
a
to you? I think I sent that
70-yard
to you.
touchdown. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just
like I didn't realize how open he was until you sent that to me, and I almost cried. I'm like, oh, because okay,
dude,
so in our
Goff
dynasty,
still has the ball, and he's just like, "Hey, I'm over here." Like big hand.
Yeah.
Here, give me that.
because in our
Problem was
dynasty,
he's not in the read in that play. He's not in the read.
I wanted that to piss off Dan. In our dynasty, Dan, I hope you subscribe and you see this because you wanted him, and you didn't get him. But I wanted
wanted
that
him
so
too.
bad,
I almost
just so I
got him
could
from
text Dan and be like, "What are you gonna give me now?" After
What was the
that.
trade offer again? It was
He went big. He tried to give me first and Swift at one point, I think, or DeAndre Swift and a second for ARSB, or was it a first?
That's
and
not.
Swift?
You had Jamison Williams in there at one point. I think.
Oh, it was Swift, JMO,
and
and
a
then a
third
pick.
or something like that.
Well, he went up on a pick. I should look that. I don't know.
You can
I'm
you can
gonna-
look it up in your DMs.
I'm gonna
Down
look it
in
up
the
in
D.
my DMs. Dick pic, dick pic, dick pic, dick pic.
so we
Where's
gotta-
Dan at it? All right, so
Sending dick pics to Dan.
send dick pics to Dan. So Thursday night game, success, not a letdown. I don't think we really
No,
learned
but definitely
anything
rusty.
other than Gibbs. Like we saw, he did
But we
look
saw,
better than
I
expected.
saw absolute talent from that man, and they made the right choice taking him. Which is
Mahomes
weird
is
because
Mahomes.
you usually don't take running backs in the first round unless they're Bijan, Saquon, that kind of talent.
No. Mahomes is Mahomes, and you could tell he missed Kelsey, but he does love his tight ends. And I don't think that offense looked horrible. They just didn't have that go-to.
No, somebody just needs to
that
catch
guy.
the goddamn ball. Right, they were missing that guy. Like if they had a DeAndre Hopkins right now, they'd be way better off because they might see. I saw a take online somewhere. I don't even remember where it was, so I can't take credit for this one. But I saw somebody said that Mike Evans is going to end up on the Chiefs by the end of the year, and I said, that actually makes way too much sense because I think he's only making like $12 million this year or something like that. So it's not a
And
lot
then
of money.
I think they can pay him.
They could, but he doesn't even need that much. He's going to be searching for a ring. He's not interested in a rebuild. It makes too much sense. I like that move.
Mike
and I
Evans
think
going
Kansas City-
to the Chiefs.
the Chiefs in some type of a trade before the trade deadline.
Do you
I think
think
that
though?
makes all
do
kinds
you
of sense.
think with the way that the Chiefs have kind of, with the way they treat receivers as kind of like a second or an afterthought, like fuck, Clyde Edwards-Helaire got the rock off the gate. I did not see that coming. Like, do you think he's going to go there and he's like, I don't need
They
the
invested a lot into
yards,
him, so-
and I'd rather have the championship and say I want to go there as that guy when they need me, and I don't really need the targets like I would get elsewhere. Because he's not. I don't think.
Well, I think the
mean,
Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are in a situation where they need to get a guy. Like I get it. Like Mahomes can spread the ball around to 12 different receivers and still win football games. But look what Brady did with Moss. Like Brady did the same thing before Moss got there, and then all of a sudden they got Randy Moss, and they, besides a couple of lucky
True.
catches, they couldn't
I
be
guess
beat.
since the Mahomes era, they haven't had that caliber
They had
of
Tyreek Hill.
receiver.
They had
Oh,
Tyreek
okay.
Hill.
Oh yeah, that's right. I mean,
And that offense was untouchable. Like
they
every
went
time
for it,
they
and that's
touched the
true.
ball
I
and they
guess they
had
would
Hill
go
and
that.
Kelsey, they were like, "You're not going to stop this offense, no matter who's
I was
at the
just
running back
thinking of a
position, 'cause you
possession-
can't guard those two.
I was just thinking of Mike Evans more as like your possession hands receiver, like
Why? He
the
goes
jump
downfield.
ball. Where Tyreek is the get downfield guy, which they have the get downfield guys.
See,
but
the
no one
good-
like Tyreek Hill.
The good thing is they don't. They just need to catch the ball. I mean, they were all getting open. They just need to finish the catch, and they win the football game. That's all what it boils down to. I mean, the Chiefs need to take a big positive away because I think their defense they looked really good. I mean, the Lions were supposed to be touted as this next best offense, and they shut them down. I think they only scored once. They had a pick 6 and scored 21 points.
Yeah,
where did twice.
Yeah, where'd J-Mo go? I didn't really see him in that game.
And they had to fake a punt to get the first touchdown.
They
played really well.
That was a ballsy call. I did not see them.
They were on their own 15.
That
That's why nobody had a clue it was coming. And they barely got it, too. I thought it was over right there. I was like, oh, my God, this game's over before it starts.
And then the fumble that popped out from Jones. I tell you what, I had to go to the bar to watch it. Mother Nature's an asshole. But I'm so fucking glad football, like real football, is back. It just felt good to sit down, see the anthem, see the game kick off, and know, like, this shit counts. Then they panned to rapey Travis Kelce, and I knew that football season was here.
Shout out Travis Kelce, you rapist.
Dude, like, that man changes hair and facial styles more than I change underwear. It's ridiculous.
I'm kind of jealous of the hair, actually.
Ladies love Travis Kelce.
They really do.
Except Taylor Swift.
If you listen to Morgan
Tay-Tay.
Freeman. Was it Morgan Freeman that said it? He was talking about Justin Bieber. But anyway, on to the next.
No. I want to hear Morgan Freeman talk about J-Beebs.
He was saying, it was like a clip, and it was like talking about how, like, the ladies like Justin Bieber, therefore I like Justin Bieber. And I can't remember if it was Morgan Freeman
I did hear that. Was that him or was that Frank Caliendo saying that in his voice?
It might have been him.
Either
way.
No,
it was definitely.
Everywhere but Taylor Swift loves Travis Kelce because she fucking would not give him the numbers.
That's a good shooting your shot, though. I mean, why wouldn't you if you're Travis? Why not?
Shoot big. He sells out stadiums,
shot.
And so does she. So, I'll tell you what, though.
I don't really think she's that hot, though. Hot take.
No. I'm not. Okay.
She got that disease, though. No ass at all. Sorry,
Roses are. No,
somebody's got to say it.
She is not shaped to my liking. Everyone's got preferences. Some people like ping pong tables. Some people like.
She looks more like a railroad.
Some people like
just two
pillows.
fucking bars that go straight this way. All right. Enough of them.
Enough
Taylor
about
Swift roasting.
shape. Okay, so now we're.
How many Guinnesses have I had tonight?
I think we just lost 3 Taylor Swift followers at this point.
20.
So,
to be exact.
You're not a bourbon guy, but you will be. And we're going to teach each other a lot about the best thing I like about this is we both talk fantasy football
bourbon.
and we learn a lot, but we're going to teach each other about our favorite drinks too.
That's
like
true.
I picked up coming up soon. Terry Bradshaw's got a bourbon. I got a bottle, and we're going to rate that shit right in front of him.
So what are you thinking on that one? How
this
many
one,
yards are you giving that?
I like everything Basil Hayden, honestly.
Yeah. Is that your favorite Basil Hayden? Is that what you started on? Would you say that one's your favorite?
This is not my favorite Basil Hayden, but it is a very good Basil Hayden to sip. I'm going to start my rating off as I'm going to put this.
Well, hurry up.
79 yards.
79 yards.
79 yards.
Like
it's up there
base,
because
like
it is really one. Now, see,
you're
this
giving
is
yourself some room to kind of beat it, yet staying faithful to the old faithful.
Yeah, but it's one of my favorites, so like maybe other people might not. And again, it's our opinions, but hopefully you can go back through and see what we like. And I'm not a Guinness. Like I've drank Guinness, but I'm not a Guinness guy. So and you're drinking one of yours. So I'm excited to make you drink this.
I didn't even think about this. I got to rate Guinness. It's like my daily drinker, but
take your time on it. We got football coming up tomorrow morning.
A little bit.
Sunday football coming tomorrow. You know what?
The reason I drink Guinness is because I'm getting older these days, and like the morning I can drink this all night and not feel like shit.
Oh, I got a massage at 7:15 tomorrow morning. I'm gonna reek like a motherfucker and have to get up and piss halfway through. I guarantee it.
That's gross. Why would you do that to that girl?
Because the robes are comfy.
You wear a robe the whole time?
No.
I was gonna say you go.
No, I'm saying you put the robe on to walk out into the common area. You don't get fully dressed. You got to piss halfway through.
See, where I go, there's no common area. They just take you back to the room and you get undressed and get on the table and stuff.
Well, yeah, we go back to the room, but like they have a waiting room.
Shout out to my massage therapist.
So if you got to take a pee, like you got to go out in like to the main bathroom for everybody. And for some reason, I have to get up, and I always do a big cup of coffee when I start. So then my ass is like it's an hour and a half
thing
massage.
You would want.
So like I know.
Hour and a half. What do you pay for an hour and a half? Holy shit.
I think I pay like $110.
I guess I do 60 minutes. Oh yeah.
I did this girl Beth. She is.
That seems pretty standard.
Yeah, it's good, and she's good, and like I don't. Oh, I'm fucked up. You should have saw the cupping marks I had. They stayed purple for a week.
Oh, I love what cupping.
That shit
So
hurts.
good.
No, no,
Dude,
no.
you can't cut me hard enough.
I'm a puss. I'm a
Yeah?
puss.
No, dude.
Speaking
I
of
came
puss,
home and had those perfect, like, Michael Phelps circles, like, all over, like, because I had some shit going on back through here.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
Do you ever just
She's
look
like,
at them and be like, I should totally sign up for the Olympics?
oh, dude, they look like fucking crop circles, yeah. And
The first
fucking-
time she did it, she was gonna do it here, and she's like, "Does your wife get jealous easy?" Because she was gonna do it on my neck, and she's like, "I'll do it everywhere so it doesn't look weird." Because I have a really bad thing in my neck, and she's like, "Does your wife get jealous?"
Mine doesn't
All
talk to
right.
me like that.
Mine's funny. She talks shit because I have some friends that go there and stuff. She's
How long have
funny,
you been
like,
going?
about a
How
year
long
now.
have you been so you've been using the same girl about a year?
Because she's good, and she was actually
Yeah,
used to
I've
be a
been using-
teacher, so I got in with
I've
the
been using the
teach.
same girl about a year too.
I like it, but she's funny because I
It's
can't
nice
sit
to
quiet.
be comfortable.
Yeah, so we shoot the shit, we talk, and it's funny.
Do you talk during? Because I don't. I kind of just lay there, almost fall asleep.
I
Then
do,
again, I'm
I
going
do.
after work, and it's like I just like.
Kendra
sometimes
hates
I
it.
am
My
asleep.
old Kendra can't do it. My old massage, her old massage, like hated talking. She needs quiet. I need to relax. Like we talk business. We
That
just
makes
kind of
sense.
shoot the shit. So and her son plays football for Wilson. So like we talk about that sort
I
of
probably
stuff.
look like I'm asleep. As I'm
No.
looking at you.
No, I'm looking down at you too.
All right.
Hey,
That's
cool.
enough of the massage therapist. We should
All
probably
right.
get
So let's
back to
get on to-
football.
Everybody needs to know. Shout out, Beth.
Yeah, give her a little clip and shout out her salon.
New beginnings, Reading, Pennsylvania. Beth Zillinger.
There you
I probably
go,
said her
cheers.
name wrong. Don't be mad and pinch me tomorrow and some shit.
No,
I'll tag
please
you in
fuck
there.
him
I'll
up.
tag you in
Pinch
there.
him as
Yeah.
hard as you
Fuck
possibly
me
can.
up. All right, so we got football tomorrow morning. We got football tomorrow. We got football Monday. Bunch of games on the slate. We got Chargers, Dolphins, Rams, Seahawks, Bills, Jets.
Which one
What's a
you guys want
game? What's a game you're excited to see?
Oh, but dude, every year, Denver Raiders.
And you're not just saying that because you're a Denver fan. You like that? I like that matchup.
It's a good. I mean, I think both teams don't have a shot in hell at winning the division this year, but
Really? You don't think? Not at all.
I mean, there's a lot of things. Well, the Chiefs losing week 1 is a big help. That's for sure. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, the Chiefs are hard. I mean, I think
That
Denver
opens the
can
door
make-
a little bit for the Chargers and the Broncos because if they could, that's huge, actually.
I think Chargers are
I
going
never
to
even
be
thought of that.
I think
That's
Chargers
how
win
fucked
the
up I am
division.
this year.
Chargers win that division. I think.
It's looking like it, unless
We're
Kelsey
right-
can come back and they can just go out like they did the one year where they.
These little hot takes we're writing down. Like I already got you. I got you over under 5 rushing touchdowns for Sunshine.
Oh, dude, he's getting one this week.
Yeah, we're gonna write all them down.
He's getting one
So,
this week. It's fine. It's
You
fine.
don't think? I think Denver makes the playoffs. Though. I do.
I can see them making the playoffs.
I think
Yeah.
Russ is gonna
Sean
have a better
Payton.
year. Russ is gonna definitely have a better year than last year. The Raiders scared
But
the
that
shit
means
out
you're
of me,
saying
though.
that 3 teams are going to make the. Unless you're saying the Chiefs are going to miss the playoffs, because you think the Chargers are going to win the division, the Broncos are going to make the playoffs. What leaves the Chiefs as a wild card?
Oh God, I would love that. But that's just the Eagle, just the Eagle fan in me.
Yeah, right.
No, I don't know. I like the Broncos. Yeah, that wasn't it last year. They were saying it might be the first time. Was it the starting of last season before Russell Wilson came out fat and slow?
Fat and slow.
Didn't they say that they thought that it might be the first time where all 4 teams make the playoffs? When you had Carr,
Yeah.
for the Raiders, like they thought coming
And
into
they
the
just got
season-
Tay Adams, so they were and Jacobs was still playing.
Yeah,
hot,
I
so,
I
they were
still think
touting
it's.
that.
I still think it's
possible.
the strongest division in football right
Oh,
now.
yeah, by
currently,
far.
NFC
By
East is
far.
pretty
And
strong.
that's with Jimmy G.
But NFC East is pretty strong. But that I think might be the strongest division.
Yeah, because the Raiders and the Washington Redskins. Yeah, oops, excuse me. I'm calling them the Redskins forever. I don't care.
You know, hey guys, it's been fun. It's been a fun
Look at me.
podcast,
Look how
but-
red I am. They can kiss my ass. But yeah, the Washington Redskins and the fucking the Raiders are pretty much the same team this year to me. You got Sam Howell and Jimmy G. I mean, it's 1A, 1B.
Jimmy G
I don't see
is
any
just-
difference there because
Jimmy
apparently
G's one of
Howell's
those
balling.
dudes. I don't. How does? I guess it's preseason. You can only take so much from it. But,
Yeah, in camp, like everybody gets camp hype, but we'll see.
I still think I don't know. I'll tell you what. I don't know. I don't. Those are two good divisions. Jimmy G though, I don't know. I like him, but he's one of those guys where like he's good on paper and like all his fundamentals are good, but he doesn't seem to put it together to lead the team like you would want him to lead the team.
He's too much of a me guy. He's too pretty.
He is too pretty. Someone who's fucking put him in a hockey game for like one quarter. Period. One period.
The worst part is he would probably fuck that guy up in a fight. Like
Jimmy G
Yeah,
fucked
I mean-
that guy up.
Dude, isn't he like 6'3"? Fucking
Jimmy G will do blue steel on
I wonder what that gargling sounds like.
I show your pour real quick. Oh, fuck it up again. Fuck it up
You
again.
gotta pour it directly into the center of the glass so that it fucking just mixes all that shit up.
I'm
This one's gonna
excited.
overflow though, because I had
No,
beer.
slow down. Easy.
Well, there was still head left in the bottom of the glass. If you don't get
Slower
that out
but
of there-
harder and faster at the same time, just like making love. Game I'm excited to see is Dallas and New York. I'm excited to see
Nice.
that little rivalry.
Classic matchup. Yep.
I'm curious.
Especially
So,
Sunday night. That's a good one.
okay, I'm gonna
That's
say
Dak.
this.
That's my boy. I've been calling Dak for this week on our game.
Let's talk about your boy a minute.
Let's talk about me, baby.
So, did you
about
see
you.
Dak got a new tattoo?
No, I didn't. What happened?
Oh, he
What
got a
did
full
tattoo?
leg tattoo. He's even got the Black Mamba attributed on there.
No.
Oh,
he
it's a
didn't.
beautiful
Really?
tattoo. Let me. You want to hear the
Can you bring
caveat?
it up on here?
If I can, I'll put it on there. But you want to hear the caveat?
I was just say edit that in.
That little bitch, Dak,
No, what'd he do?
had to get put under anesthesia for 11 hours to get the tattoo.
Isn't that the whole like purpose of getting a tattoo? It's like
Yeah.
to
Like you're gonna,
experience the needle and like go through the whole.
and he's talking about it. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you're getting a lot of flack. Like, you don't like just take
No,
your
I
man
wouldn't.
card and like shave a quarter of that thing off and be like, I got this dope ass tattoo. When I woke up, it looked cool.
And people are like, wait, what do you mean when you woke up? Like,
Yeah,
what are you
he
talking
went
about?
under.
You didn't watch
So
the guy
apparently, now, and this is all just hearsay and stuff, but from what it seemed like, it's a dope ass tattoo.
do it? Is
but
it the
he went
same
under-
leg that he snapped in half?
He got it. He got the tattoo when he was getting surgically repaired.
Yeah, yeah, right. Like exactly.
But no, apparently he went under. And like the whole point of getting a tattoo is like honestly, it's the experience. Like they
the
suck.
experience, and then you can
I
look at
mean,
it and go, yeah, it hurt like hell. I don't
they
have any,
suck.
but like it's one of the reasons I did.
If everyone's like the tattoos hurt, no, yes, they hurt. It's like
Imagine being able to pay for anesthesia to get a
To get-
tattoo, because you know
Yeah.
insurance didn't cover that shit.
no.
So
but
that's
I
like
had,
12
I had
grand
to
out
point
of
that
pocket.
out. Like
So he got
can't-
12 grand out of pocket just to fucking get a tattoo. You know,
Yeah.
at least because you have to pay for the freaking anesthesiologist for 11 hours. I can only imagine what that.
well, a
cost.
full leg tattoo. Like I know mine was like I know what my arm cost, so I know what his like probably cost because his leg is obviously longer and bigger than my arm. But then, like you said, put the
I
anesthesia.
miss
In
it.
11 hours, that's a nice mustache, man. Son of a- no, but I'm excited for that game because it's a rivalry, and I think like just like the Broncos,
Good deer gives good head.
Chiefs, and Chargers. I think the Cowboys, the Giants, and the Eagles are going to be duking
Could
it
you
out.
imagine if the Chiefs missed the playoffs this year?
I would like it. It'd be interesting
We
because
should
they're
put
just
some money on that. That's a probably
yeah.
good line.
Well,
right
Mahomes
there.
is the new Tom Brady, so he's not going to miss the playoffs. They're not going to let it happen.
What if he gets injured?
I don't know. After watching what he did in the
'Cause
playoffs,
I don't think that
getting
roster
injured and
makes-
coming back-
The
Without
roster
him?
don't make the playoffs without him.
Oh, Chad Henney's not there. Shout out to local Chad Henney from the
Yeah,
area.
right. I met him
Lives-
once. It was the
lives
most
right around
awkward
the street.
experience in my life.
We used to all go to the cystic fibrosis fundraiser, and he goes.
Oh, nice.
Every year there. They don't do it anymore since COVID, but it was a cool event in the area. But Chad Henney was always there.
Fuck COVID.
Fuck.
Sorry, I got a little.
But no, I think that I want to see Darren Waller and how they use him in New York because you know
Is he
me.
even playing
I'm-
this week? Did we get an update on that yet?
I don't know, but I hope so. Because you know me, I'm not sold on him being able to be put back into that top echelon. He's got the talent, but he's too far removed. A lot like I can say the same thing about Michael Thomas, but I want to see how New York
That's
looks with
you just said a
Saquon.
weird
I
name.
like Jalen Hyatt. I want to see how they use Waller, and then I want to see the
I don't know if
Cowboys.
Daniel. I'm sorry. I just mean to
No,
jump
no,
in
go
and
ahead.
say I don't know
Go
if
ahead.
Daniel Jones has the arm to use Jalen Hyatt the way he needs to be used.
That's why I traded him to Eric for 10 waiver dollars.
I don't
Your
think.
dad got all butthurt about that.
I know you're gonna. That happens. He does that a lot. I
Eric
do that
traded
too
what?
sometimes though.
I know you were. I was gonna drop him anyway, so at least get a free
Yeah,
pickup.
there's nothing you can do about that.
But I'm
You kinda
excited
did
to
the-
see.
You did the cardinal sin of having too many picks in a single draft and then you put roster limits on yourself. So
Yeah, I did, but I turned it into everything I wanted. I literally have the roster that I wanted. I'm happy.
that's true. You did.
Only thing
you
is
were
I
able to
don't
make a
have
couple key trades.
I don't have that real stud running back, but like I can't pick a receiver to drop at this point. Like there's no one I'd have to trade. I would not drop a single receiver I have. The worst receiver I have is Treylon Burks.
That's true. That's a good one. That's
So
a
like
good
I like
problem
what
to
I
have.
did, and I did. So I got now nobody can
Yeah,
outbid me on anything right now. Technically,
I moved on from Ramondre Stevenson and Christian McCaffrey
you did.
in the
You
same
did.
year.
So okay,
We're gonna see how that one plays out. for me.
One more thing on that game is I want to see how that offense runs now with Tony Pollard being the guy. I like
It's
it.
gonna run just like it did last year.
I think it's going to be a faster pace. I think.
Who's their
I'd
OC
also
now?
wanna see-
Is
I'd also
Mike
wanna see
McCarthy's calling
Deuce-
plays now, right?
I think so. Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
So it
too,
should-
'cause he
it
likes
should be
to throw to
interesting.
running backs. So
And I want to see Deuce Vaughn go down the
new
field.
Darren Sproles.
I want to see him snap the ball. Watch Deuce
Doesn't remind
Vaughn
me of Sproles.
run between the legs of the lineman for a touchdown.
Like having the lineman not even stand up, just watch him dive underneath.
Dude, that's like having a Smurf on your team.
He just hides behind the line. That's
He
what
makes
made Darren Sproles so dirty.
look tall.
That's, yeah.
Dude, no,
He's a
he's
short
he's
motherfucker.
he's good, but man. Is he's tiny? Like, oh, it's like put him next to like Derrick Henry. Like, Jesus, that'd be a funny picture. Oh, good lord.
He's probably like Derrick Henry's like two of him probably, if not more.
All right, so
Enough of Deuce Vaughn. Yeah.
want to talk
Shout out
a
to
couple
Deuce,
things.
but-
Talk a couple things real quick to end this episode. But before we do, where you at with your beer?
I'm on my second one.
Mm-hmm. What are you thinking here?
Oh, for the rating, shit, I blacked out. Shit. I gotta go with the daily. I love Guinness.
Ladies and
I
gentlemen,
think it's-
Dustin blacked out on his second beer of the night. Dustin blacked out on
That's
his
typical.
second
Yeah.
beer of the night. It happens.
So,
If you need a
I don't
second,
wanna go
if you
too
need
high
a
here.
second to think,
because like again, there's reasons why I drink Guinness.
it's
not-
comfortable. You got to give it a comfort rating.
Right. So I'm gonna go with a solid. I'm gonna go 75 yards, just right out the gate. I'm
Solid
gonna go
75
75 yards. Like
Like
I
a Brett
love
Favre
it's good.
sidearm.
Yeah, it's a good body. Great finish. It's only 4.5%, so I can't go into the 80s. It can't be an 80-yarder because it's only 4.5%. If you're gonna be in the 80s, you got to be at least 5% or higher. At least
Right. I mean, that
has
makes
to be.
sense.
I mean,
I like
we're,
this
here, we're
rating
drinking to
scale.
get fucking drunk. I don't care
So-
what anybody says. You're not drinking alcohol because of the taste.
We got to
So-
keep track. We got to keep track of this. So, okay, I'm gonna say
So Guinness on the 75-yarder.
and I
The
went.
DeMarcus Russell. Is it raining? Because I can hear that shit in my microphone.
Sounds like it. Yeah, storms again. Fuck you, Mother Nature. I think yeah. So like I would have
go
rated
black all of a sudden and this thing don't
If I-
upload.
you. We can see you.
Oh wait.
I like if I was gonna rate like that old fashioned cocktail from last weekend, like to me as like I make old fashions, Bullet Bourbon, I'd put that in the 80s. Like that was a good, but we're not. Our rating starts today, so I'm not gonna do it. So I'm excited to go through and rate all
You
this
can
shit.
go back and rate shit if you want.
We could. I mean, we had champagne the first week. You can't really rate that. We
Not
lost the
rating
episode.
champagne.
We lost all of our Shaler stuff, which that would have been a fun one. And then the only other
We
one
can
was
do that
Bull-
again. We'll have to repeat that one because
we
that
will
was
definitely.
that
That
was a
one
good
got
episode.
sloppy, and we got to
Yeah,
bring
we-
we got to bring our color blind Richard Simmons stat guy back for that.
we
shit.
hammered down 2 growlers real quick, 45 minutes.
Dude, I look back.
They were good beers though, so we'll definitely have to bring that one back.
I was hurting the next day for that.
I
That was
too.
bad.
I was
All right.
definitely hurting too.
So let's do this. Let's wrap this up. I think this should be a new little format for us. Starting now.
Okay.
We're gonna end every episode, well, during the season with our week, a little love, hate, risk type of thing.
Ooh.
Want to hear a guy you love this week, a guy you
One
hate
love.
this week,
Gotcha.
And then I want to hear a guy, and I'm going to give him 2, but I want to hear a guy that you think is a risky start but has a high upside. So we'll go first. Who is a guy this week, not counting Thursday night's game, because we all know who you would hate, but
I would have been right about it, but now not so sure my hate for the season long is going to
side note, how about
right.
him tripping over his own feet for that touchdown?
Oh my God, that made me so I'm so happy.
I started ARSB in 3 leagues, so I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, one of my buddies bet on ASRB first touchdown. That plus 1,000. He bet on that, so he hit pretty good.
Nice one.
Yeah,
nice one.
I think he only put like $10 on it, but still, it's $100.
Who's a guy you love, and why do you love him?
This week?
Yeah,
I'm going with. I was going to take yours, but I'm going to stick with mine. I'm going with J.K. Dobbins on this one. I liked him. I think he was a top 10 guy down the stretch last year in the last few games of the season. Dude is hungry for money, and we talked about this on an episode before. The guys that are running for money are going to get you yards because they're going to get touches, and I'm telling you, they're playing Houston at home. I don't like that Houston team at all this year. Their defense might be okay, but I still like Dobbins this year with the Baltimore Ravens.
And he needs it. I like it.
Yeah, he's got to have it. He's going to get off to a fast start. If he stays healthy this year, I'm calling Dobbins as a top. I got to temper my expectation because Lamar's a running quarterback, but I'm still going to go top 15 guy for J.K. Dobbins.
I buy it. All right. My love, Jahan Dotson.
Yeah, baby.
I love that guy. I mean, limited last year looked good, but if Toey McLaurin doesn't play, I'm sorry.
That's a good one.
Did I say Toey?
Toey McLaurin.
If Toey McLaurin doesn't play,
man.
I'm hoping.
That gets me.
Okay. Like your brother
That's
is
rude,
way big on Terry McLaurin. I think even
love
if
Terry McLaurin. I think Scary Terry's one of the best receivers in the NFL. He's had horrible quarterback play.
Sprainedy Toey is a decent receiver, but I think that Sprainedy Toey is going to be overtaken by Jahan Dotson. Even if McLaurin's healthy, based on what we saw last year, I think Jahan Dotson is the better receiver on that team.
Fucking boring.
So I think with him, especially if McLaurin doesn't play, I think Jahan Dotson, I love him this week. I like him for probably 5 to 7 catches, probably a touchdown, probably right around where Amon-Ra ended up on Thursday night. I put him right there. He's definitely a starter, for sure. All right, so that's my love.
Right.
That's your
so
love.
We're going, who are you hating on this week then? Who do you think is got a bad matchup? He's probably being started by everybody, but he might not have the best matchup. Who are you going with?
I hate Feed Me Zeke this week. Now,
okay.
I know
he might not necessarily be in lineups, but
he might not be in lineups, but I think he's one of those guys based on getting signed. I think people, especially in Dynasty, who have him,
if he's not in shape.
No, I think people who have him. I don't think if he is owned at all, you cannot start him this week because you don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah,
and I feel like people are gonna.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was gonna say in a Dynasty league, if you look at Ezekiel Elliott, just 2 years ago, he was the guy. He's probably one of the top running backs on your team.
Oh, you're giving 2 firsts for him 2 years ago? Yeah.
And you can't even put him in a flex spot right now, I don't think. Not this week. Not until you see how they're going to use him.
I don't know. Oh, you see his reversible chain, too? 21-15. Did you see he had his chain's reversible? So he had the 21, and now he's at 15 in New England. His chain reverses. It's fun. It's stupid. No, I think people might throw him in a flex or might throw him in.
In my opinion, hell of a football player, but he's always been a cornball off the field.
He is like douchebag 101. Like if it was a college course.
Remember all that time when he was the man in Dallas, and he was
he gets stop, 1 yard gain.
Yeah, and then he's at the parades and stuff, and he's pulls that girl's tits out and stuff, and then was getting in trouble left and right. I mean, he cleaned it up pretty quick, but he had to go to freaking when he was holding out. That was all happening while he was holding out. It's what are you doing, dude? You're asking for more money, acting like an idiot.
And he looks like an Ewok.
Yeah,
straight up Ewok. Oh, good. Feed me. No, I think people will throw him if like if you don't love your lineup, or you're like, if you're a little bit worried about maybe you're projected less, people might throw him in thinking he might get a goal line touchdown. He might, but I just think
he
he
might
was
sneak in
signed
the end
so
zone.
late that you can't take that risk to start him in your lineups.
Yeah, no
Personal opinion. Do what you got to do. I've been wrong once or twice before in my life. I'm not counting, but I'm going to say 1.5 times.
My hate this week, but I love this guy for the season. I can't lie. I just traded for him. I gave up Najee Harris and Calvin Ridley for this guy. But my hate this week, I don't like starting him, but I'm probably going to end up doing it anyway. But it's Chris Olave with the New Orleans Saints. He's going up a tough matchup with Tennessee this week. You don't know exactly how that New Orleans offense is going to go, and I just don't know. I want to throw him in my lineup this week yet.
But to hear you,
rough.
knowing you, to hear you say that your hate is Olave, because your brother gives you and I so much shit on our love for him, just in general.
Yeah.
But like to sort of hear you say hate,
Why was Eric pissed about my trade? Did he think
No,
I
Eric's
gave up
like,
way
oh,
too much?
I'm not as high on him as you and Dustin are. But you and I are very high on Olave. You and I both think that he's got all that talent. So you hate it. You hate him this week.
The crazy thing about Olave is if you listen to the other players in the NFL talk about Chris Olave, like you just know the man is talented beyond all reasoning, and
He's got that.
outside now.
He's got that year one JJ vibes.
For sure.
He really does.
For sure.
I think so. But I mean, I get it. You got week one. Unless you don't have another option, I think it's a good idea to maybe flex him. Maybe flex.
I think, yeah, for sure. But I have so many other options to go in that league with flex. So
many other options.
my team is so stacked because I'm fucking that good. No, I'm just kidding. But excuse me.
No, I think I get it. And because you don't know, Michael Thomas. It's Michael Thomas. He's going to come out 1 week, ball out, die for the rest of the season.
Yeah, because what happens if that game ends up like 20-17, which that's exactly how I think it's going to go. You're going to get a lot of Derrick Henry. They're going to try and control the clock. You know what I mean? Like Jamal Williams is the starting running back on the other side, so they're not going to be throwing to the running back unless Kendre Miller comes out. Kendre Miller could come out and start surprising people early, but we'll see.
I'm hoping not because I still got Kamara and I'm hoping he comes back.
I think Kamara's still commanding that offense when he comes back.
I think with the way he's used, Kamara still got 2 years in him. And I'm glad he only got 3
games. They'd be stupid
games.
not to use him. He's talented, and
The
why
fact
wouldn't you
that he
use
got 3 games, not 6, and it's happening to start the season with all the trades in the offseason that I did and the ones that I got turned down, the fact that I'm going to be able to put him in week 4 and have him for playoffs, I love my dynasty team with T-Law and Herbert because mid-season I'm trading for a running back. And I have a chance to compete with Dan and Jim.
Oh, I'll give you one.
Yeah, I know you will. You and I like to. Everyone gives me shit for trading, but then you trade with me.
Dude, I'm surprised I haven't gotten that yet because I've almost traded with everybody in the league now. I think I have 2 guys on my
no, because you point out every time I trade. Nobody points out when you trade. Every time I trade, you're like, guys, did you see Tyler?
The only trade that I feel like that I've made that wasn't fair was the last one I just made. But then again, if people aren't as high on Chris Olave, then it looks like I lost that trade big time.
I love, well, you know me. You and I, the thing is, we disagree a lot on that stuff, but, like, we also agree. Like, we don't disagree. We have very similar views, but we have different, like, tweaks to it. But I think
Well, you got Justin Herbert for a popsicle, so that's why I call you out.
And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who got the start. But I like your trade. I think it was a smart trade.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were getting Taylor for that at all. Like, blows my damn mind that you got
I
that.
was absolutely
Shout out
shocked.
Taylor. Time out. Taylor watches our podcast every week
I know,
on his
so we do have to give him a
65-inch
shout
TV. Shout out Taylor. Number 7 Barber
awesome.
Parlor. Yo, you're the shit, Taylor. We're going to have you on. Promise.
Yeah,
all
for
right.
sure.
All right, let's do this. Okay, so
I
who
won't
is
talk
your...
too much shit on his trade then.
Taylor, he didn't mean that. Taylor. Shh.
No, I know. It was no, it was the Herbert trade that I really thought. Well, no, because he gave away Tyreek Hill because he's had two times where he's gone risk reward on a running back and it just fell flat on him. He traded for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, right? That's who he gave up.
T.J.
Tyreek
Watt
Hill
in that trade.
Yeah, you did. I think it was T.J. Watt. You mean the Herbert trade?
Yeah, I think he got T.J. Watt, which we do IDP. That's a good. No one expected him to get hurt.
Yeah, but he's a D-line, so like unless a lot of teams run away from him. So unless he has one of those games where he's picking shit off and doing crazy shit.
True.
I
All
don't
right,
know.
let's
He
wrap
might lead
this
the
up.
league in sacks now that I said that.
He will leave.
You
All
watch,
right,
he
let's
probably
wrap
will.
this up with it.
High risk, high reward player.
Mm-hmm.
Me or you? You
Go.
want to go first this time? You want me to go?
You go
All right.
first.
I'm
Give
going
me
with my
someone.
man.
Someone's a risk.
Actually,
but
hold on. I
could
got to
go
look
big.
something up real quick. So you go first.
All right, I'll go first. My high risk, high reward is Alexander Madison. He's the starter there, and I know that he's getting a lot of flack. But anytime that he's gotten the 60 or 70% of the carries, I think he's averaging like 23 points, 22 or 23 points a week
Yeah.
when he gets 70% of the carries. And I'm thinking he's going to get 70% of the carries. I think he's one of those guys that they don't know what they're doing in that offense. But I think he's that guy. If you got him and you want to take that little flyer, he could turn out. If he balls out week one, I think he's good for the rest of the year. But I think he's one of those dudes that could easily come out week one and give you 20 points in your
like
flex if you want him.
Who were you talking about again? I'm sorry. I missed the name. I've heard everything you said but the name.
So when I'm disappointed in you, I'm just going to eyeball my microphone. Alexander Madison, you know that. I just traded for him, too.
That's true. So you're hating on your... Oh, wait, no.
That's a high
risk,
risk.
high reward.
That's a
I don't
risk.
think he's
where,
high
like,
risk.
No, he's risk. I have him in RB1. I'm starting as an RB1 this week.
That's
I'm
high
starting-
risk.
I'm starting him as
That's
RB.
why you... Okay, that makes more sense why you
I'm
think
starting him as
Alexander's a little
RB.
bit-
He's not a high risk, but he's a guy like
I
you
just-
don't know. And if you read Sleeper,
I
you
think he's
don't
gonna
know
give-
like what they're going to say about him.
I think he's going to give you a consistent 12, 13.
I think he's going to give you
Is
a
that fair?
consistent. I think he's giving you a consistent 18 to 22.
That means he's getting in the end zone every week. I don't think he's that guy. They throw the ball way too much. for him to be that guy.
Anytime he's gotten 70% of the carries, even with Cook there, he was over 20 points.
Well, that means Cook was hurt.
Yeah, but I'm saying so Cook was hurt. He got the carries. There's no Cook. He's the guy, and they dropped
So
Dwayne
maybe he's the one
McBride.
that gets hurt now.
Well, they got Chandler there, which Chandler I like.
Ty
But like,
Chandler, yeah.
I think I'm gonna say like I'm starting him. I'm starting him and Rashad White, 1 and 2 in my league and three
I like
leagues.
Rashad White a lot this year. I
Love
think he's got
Rashad White.
Yeah, he's got game.
So my risk and reward is like if you want to take a risk on a guy for RB1 upside, it's Madison.
My high risk reward is gonna basically be because my man Jerry Jeudy is hurt. I'm going back to my Broncos on this one. I'm rolling with Marvin Mims and our rookie with my high risk, high reward. He could end up being an absolute steal. He's reminding me of Tyler Lockett, and I know a guy who loves to throw that thing to Tyler Lockett. So he's a very good deep ball threat. He's already shown that in the preseason, how he can adjust to the ball in the air.
I never
And
thought about that, but I
he's a
like
ver-
the
he's a-
Tyler Lockett comparison.
He's a spitting image. I think that's why they moved up to get him. Because I bet you Russ was probably had a lot to do with that pick, too. Because if you watch him on tape and watch him move and just the way he kind of like glides underneath. You ever watch Tyler Lockett catch those long balls where he's looking, and all of a sudden he'll just like glide underneath of it and catch
He's
it?
smooth.
That's
Tyler
what it looked
Lockett
like to me
is
when Mims
smooth
was
with
cat-
it.
Yeah,
Which
he'll
is-
just all of a
which is
sudden
wh-
like glide into the spot last second, and it'll throw the D-back off on the deep balls. And Mims does a lot of the same kind of a movement.
Which is part of the reason I think that JSN is getting a little more than he should get because he's not going to take DK, and Tyler Lockett still
DK's
has
the
another
guy in
year.
that offense.
Tyler Lockett is too smooth to just take him over.
No, I mean I get it. JSN's going to get his eventually, and that's why they drafted him.
Not this year, though.
Because
Not
Lockett's
this
what
year.
31. I don't know what Lockett's contract situation is
This
like.
is Lockett's 9th year.
Yeah, and I don't know what his contract's like, so they might let him slide and go to a new contender, or maybe even sign him like on 1-year deals after this.
But I like that Mims comparison because I think
Excuse
with
me,
Jerry
man.
Jeudy out, I think come third week, Mims is wide receiver 2 on that team above Sutton.
Yeah,
I think he's
well,
got-
Sutton. They're all going to play.
They're all going
The
to play,
three
but
are
I
gonna
think
play.
I think it's
You
good- I
still need
think-
Sutton for as a big body possession type receiver.
He's like a third
that
down.
Third,
He's like your-
yeah, he's that 3rd and 6.
Like the
You know, I
Eagles
need
used to have Jason Avant and the third and Avant.
Third
Third and
Avant,
Sutton.
baby.
Third and Avant. Like, if you don't know what third and Avant is, look that shit up. That dude did
Yeah.
not drop a third down pass.
No, man, he made some spectacular grabs on the side.
But I
too,
could see-
where
I could
you thought he
see
dropped it,
Mims.
and you're like, wait, what?
Dude, so, it's like 50 minutes. I can't. I got to tell you a story. When we went to the playoff game, we stayed at the hotel with the Eagles. Didn't realize it. Got on the elevator with me and my family. My mom's a Saints fan. During the Saints and Eagles playoff game, we got on the elevator with Jason Avant, and he was cool. Like,
did you call him Third Avant?
Classy as shit, and motherfucker's head is smooth as hell. All right, so we gave you our love, we gave you our hate, we gave you our risk, we gave you our
high
fuck
risk,
you.
high reward. If you're in like a 14-team league and you just lost Jerry Jeudy, go pick yourself up Marvin Mims.
You made me draft him in that one league, in that free league.
I'm telling you right now, you're gonna. I think he's gonna be a stud.
All right, this is our first. Look, I got
didn't say
squeaky
that very
during this
convincingly.
episode. You did. This is our first.
Like it. This is kind of nice. I get to do it in my own home.
I like we do it in person. We got to do some of the. We're gonna do Bradshaw's bourbon in person.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back at the tables, the Michael and Kobe
we're gonna
table.
start up in our palates with booze.
Some Highland boot.
We're gonna teach
bourbon.
you a little bit about fantasy that you didn't know before. Which, if you're watching this, you probably know about fantasy, but
still doing it.
Doesn't matter. Well,
I've been doing fantasy for a long goddamn time now.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have one more nightcap. Thank you for
Cheers,
joining us,
mate.
Booze and Ballin'. Shaking.
Not stirred.